name is Kevin Chilhurd. I'm the president of the Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists, and it is certainly my pleasure to be here on this day for this auspicious occasion. I'd like to thank also, I have members of the Greater Cleveland Association of Journalists in the house. Could you please raise your hand? Certainly, this is just deserved for Brother Leon Bibb. In ancient traditional West African traditions, he would be a person of high respect, held sometimes even higher than the king or chief. And that is the person that we would come to know as the griot. For you phonetic speakers, the griot. How y'all doing? But I do want you to know that it is my pleasure to welcome all of you here. Brother Leon Bibb, certainly as a griot, not only is magnificent because of longevity, but he is magnificent because he is one of the absolute best to ever do it. But they told me, make sure you keep this short and running smooth. And I said, well, you know, you're pairing politicians and journalists. Uh-oh. But since I come from a hip-hop tradition, I know how to pass the mic. So it is my pleasure to bring to the mic the mayor of the greatest city on the planet, the Honorable Justin Bibb.
Thank you. Thanks, Captain. Appreciate it.
Plug in, snap an ad-lib, because I got my captain.
I got it. Well, it certainly is a joy and honor to commemorate this special occasion for the Bibb family. And as I was campaigning for mayor last year, knocking on doors, going to barbershops, I got two questions. The first question I got was, boy, are you old enough to run for mayor? I said, yes, I am. But the second question I would get is, are you Leon Bibb's son? I said, no, that's my cousin, but I come from good stock. Hopefully I earn your vote. But my cousin Leon is certainly a titan in the Bibb family and a titan in Cleveland. And when I think about the contributions he's made to this state and this city, the biggest thing I think about is one word: service. Service, service, service. He served this country like my father in the Vietnam War. He was the first black anchorman in the state of Ohio. And he has always made sure that our family lived up to this legacy of service. Yes. And so I couldn't ask for a better occasion to be the mayor of Cleveland to help commemorate this special day, Leon Bibb Way, right on Parkgate, where our story started. So today, congratulations, Leon. Well done. We appreciate your service so much. And as a fellow brother in our fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha Incorporated, you certainly embody those values of service day in and day out. Thank you so much on behalf of the city of Cleveland. Thank you.
I want to introduce the mighty, 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 to the 10th power, cheerleaders, top letters. Take it from there. Y'all want to do an encore? They better recognize the feel is here. Do an encore. Do an encore.
Let's go, Leon. Let's go. Let's go, Leon. Let's go.
Encore. They better recognize up in here. I want my wife to say a few words. She's from Glenville, right up the street, Green Line. Just here say a few words. We all love Leon Bibb.
Thank you, lady.
Thank you.
This is a memorial occasion. And I wish my mom was feeling better, Leon, because she's living with us now. And she was a classmate of yours. And she really, really wanted to come. So Gail Grace King, if you remember Gail Grace King. And she's just excited. And she's looking forward to seeing this on the news today. So we look forward to hearing from you so she can smile.
Thank you. Tell her I said hi.
I will. I will.
Do that. And you know what? When my assistant, Imani Goffin, we went door to door to get signatures because we have to do that to put the sign up here. And nobody said no. And people grabbed the pens and they signed Leon. They said, "Oh, Leon Bibb, Leon Bibb." They were signing. I said, "Buddy, that's easy. It was easy to sign it for me to become councilman." I'll tell you that right now, man. So you stay over there in the anchor. You don't run for office. Because you can be the councilman in Glenville. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it was easy. It was easy. Very, 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 very easy. I'm going to bring up Leon Bibb. Let me say this. We're going to have a reception. Will be held at 1 p.m. at Glen Village, 1400 Zanzibar. It's right up the street. Right up the street, Glen Village. Glen Village is right up the street. Look at your paper, and we got something else that we want to give you. And from the children of Glenville, we want to give this to you when you come up there. So I yield to you.
Thank you.
Leon.
Thank you. Leon Bibb. I want to thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Even on a rainy day, we call this this is like winter spring in Cleveland. And I'm just emotional to be here. I want to thank Kevin Chill Hurd of the Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists, of which I'm a member, a longtime member of that. And I want to thank all of you for being here. I'm going to speak for just a few seconds because it's important for me to get out my feelings on this. I'll not hold you long, but I want you to know that I grew up under the watchful eye of good and strong parents. Process was a careful one for me and my childhood friends who grew up much the same way. I grew up within sight of the Cleveland Cultural Gardens, each of the gardens representing an ethnic group which lived in Cleveland, which offered me a wider view of the huge world of which I wanted to be a part. My childhood home was just a comfortable walk from the shores of Lake Erie, which called my family and my friends to its wide sweeping magnitude and its beauty. It was a wonderful childhood on this street, which my parents called a street of dreams. I don't remember much about moving here when we moved here because I was only 3 years old. But I do remember that my mother and I came in a taxi cab, and my father came with the moving van as a passenger in the moving van truck. You see, we did not own a car when we moved here when I was 3 years old. My folks selected this house on Parkgate down the street at 9122 because it was a quiet neighborhood with a good elementary school right across the street. My father taught me about following the rules and sticking to what you want to do and always following the rules. My mother taught me about how to be kind. And I think about the house on Parkgate Avenue, which was our home through all of my years until I reached the age of 18 and went off to college. But I think not only of my blood family, but there was a brotherhood. There was a brotherhood that I shared with my friends here. There were boys close to my age on the same block or within a half-minute sprint. Carl and Otis were nearest to my age. We called ourselves the Big Three. But there were others close to me, my cousins, John Allen and Myron, and there was Richard and Reggie and Virgil and Joe. We were the Parkgate 8. Sometimes we stretched it to the Parkgate 9. Sounds like we were tough guys looking for trouble, but we were far from tough and we were far from trouble. We were just boys who were good in school and found a comfort in ourselves and in this neighborhood. The elementary school where we were students was across the street. And during the summer months, we were regulars in the playground when the city And the school system sponsored supervised play at Miles Standish Elementary School's playground. We found a happiness with bringing out the swings and the baseballs and the basketballs and helping the supervisors get us ready for the playground from 12 o'clock noon until 9 o'clock in the evening, all during the summer. During those times when the playground was unsupervised, it became a baseball diamond, a football field, and even a track where we staged our own track meets, competing with kids from other neighborhood streets, Pierpont and Adams and Kempton and Somerset and Austin and Westchester and all the way down to Superior. We participated with them in our own track meets. The playground became a movie set for us. We pretended we were pirates or cowboys or whatever characters we envisioned. On Saturdays and Sundays, we walked from here up to Superior Avenue for the double features and the cartoons and the newsreels and the coming attractions of the neighborhood movie theater. It was the 1950s and the 1960s which come to my memory when I think of Parkgate, and I need only to close my eyes and all of that just comes wafting back into my brain. I recall Miles Standish Elementary School, now renamed in honor of former Mayor Cleveland Mayor Michael White. He was the kid who lived 3 blocks away and who was in my Boy Scout troop, Troop 392 at Corey Methodist Church. I recall Mother walking me to the first day of kindergarten and how Mother cried watching her firstborn leave home even for a few hours in the school day. Through all my public school life, Parkgate would provide so much for me. Good schooling, neighborhood safety, friendships, backyard barbecues tended by our parents. The neighborhood men talked about their time in the military services in the years before, and we kids listened with rapt attention. At the same time, the society was changing, and integration was coming, and the civil rights was coming, and we kids who were the descendants of many who were part of that great migration coming up from the southern states. We kids became the beneficiaries of all of that. We lived in the time of the Cold War when Russia was in the news every day, just as it is today. My parents and I moved away in the early 1960s as I was coming of age, but still my emotional home remains on Parkgate. And the memories of Parkgate Avenue surface whenever I think about my childhood at 9122 Parkgate Avenue. Therein I began the lessons I would learn for the rest of my life. It was in that modest home on the front porches with Carl and Otis and Richard and John Allen and Myron and Reggie and Virgil and Joe as we moved into adolescence, showing off sometimes for the girls who lived down the street. Our front porches helped us grow up slowly and with strength. And it was there where my cousin, Donald Bibb, who lived on Grantwood on the other side of 105th, just a couple of blocks down, where Donald Bibb lived a few streets away from us, he would visit us oftentimes. Cousin Donald was years away from becoming the father of a son who would grow up to be the Cleveland mayor, Mayor Justin Bibb, my first cousin, one generation removed. Cousin Justin is part of that same growth process that we inherited and handed down to the next generation. My wife Marguerite, who is here, and I are honored to be here. We thank you. My sister Shirley Bibb Blackwell, now in San Diego, thanks you. She is family and part of Parkgate. Our children, Jennifer and Allison, thank you. Jennifer is here. As do our sons-in-law, Bill and Ron. They thank you. And our grandchildren, Will, Alexa, Rory, and Jackson. They too thank you. You honor me by placing my name on a signpost. But there are other names there too. People who helped make me. I hear their voices. Relatives who lived here and nearby. I hear the voices of my parents, Leon and Georgia Bibb, who I wish could be here, but I know they are witnessing this very moment as they look over from the balcony of heaven. It was my parents who found something special in this short, straight length of land, in this avenue of opportunity, and this street of dreams on this spinning sphere of earth. This street, no matter what the signpost reads, will always have a special place in my heart. Parkgate Avenue. To all of you, I bid you welcome to Parkgate. I bid you welcome to home.
Yes. Wow. Yes. Yes.
Yes, fantastic. Fantastic.
Jill, thank you.
I'd like to bring forth Councilman Kevin Conwell for a special presentation.
All right. All these signs are yours, Leon Bibb. Top bloodder. Mighty top bloodder. On behalf of the city of Cleveland and the 375,000 residents, we celebrating Leon Bibb over 51 years in professional journalism with the support of Mayor Justin Bibb, his cousin, Cleveland City Council member, that's me, my gorgeous wife, County Councilwoman Yvonne Conwell, and the Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists, we present this to you.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, cat, man.
Tell them we'll take a few pictures,
Yeah.
and afterwards we'll go to Glen Village, right?
Right. It's Zanzibar at Glen Village.
In Zanzibar?
It's right at Glen Village.
Okay.
1400.
Right now, we will be able. You guys will have a few moments to take some photos.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Before we take the photos, that's why he is the mayor.
Most important piece.
That's why he is the mayor. I invite the councilman and the mayor
Come on, Council.
Leon, this is
to have the big reveal.
Oh, yeah, we gotta do that. What you guys do, I can go a long time, but I've been real quiet back here.
Marguerite, come up
So-
here. And Jennifer,
let's let the babies out of sight in the back
it's okay.
while he pulls it.
There's two women in my life here.
Two of the three.
1, 2, 3.
No. That way. Top bloodder, he said that way.
2, 3.
Top bloodder in the house.
I want to give a special thanks to the photographers that were here. The guys from Channel 3, the guys from Channel 5, some of whom are retired. These guys helped make me. Because without Jimmy Lentz and Brian Archer and George Piamjas, Greg Lockhart, these guys put me on television. Tom Barris is here from Channel 3, retired now. I want you to go. We worked together for years. And without these guys, there is no television. There is no Leon Bibb.
All right.
Thank you.